cryptocurrency is degenerating, going on the downfall.
Because FTX, you can see the saga is quite bad. So I don't know, maybe people don't trust.
Yeah, we see this kind of reaction as well, that people aren't sure yet, or they don't trust the concept of cryptocurrency, or they don't want to buy it. Hi, I'm Hassan. I'm the country director for Singapore at Coinbase, and you're watching Coinlive Blockbuster.
Yes, I've heard of it before. So I've dabbled in cryptocurrency like Cardano, Solana. Yeah, mainly these two.
Yes, I've heard it from my friends and my colleagues. I also see a lot of posts on social media about it.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that folks are already experimenting with crypto assets that are not just the one or two big ones. So this gentleman says that he's bought Cardano in the past, for example.
Heard it on the internet, but I'm not too sure how it works.
This comment about, but I'm not too sure how it works. This one we see come up a lot, and crypto can be confusing for the average user. And this is one of the things that Coinbase is trying to do as well. We have a program called Coinbase Learn, where you can just go access the website and really just learn, pick up whatever section that you want to get more involved in, and it covers all the basics. So even if you're a crypto beginner or you're crypto curious, we have something for you.
I heard a lot of reasons behind it, like it's very volatile, and then you make losses. I know some of them make profits as well.
So this is another really interesting point that this person hit on, which is that crypto can be very volatile. Crypto can mean many different things. One of the ones that's the least volatile is actually called stablecoins. USDC is an example of that. We offer USDC on the Coinbase platform, and we think that it's a really good way for users to get started.
Cryptocurrency is degenerating, going on the downfall. Actually, I don't trust about investing on crypto. It's nothing to me.
Yeah, we see this kind of reaction as well, that people aren't sure yet, or they don't trust the concept of cryptocurrency, or they don't want to buy it. What I would also suggest is crypto is not just about trading, and it's not just about speculation. Crypto is an underlying technology platform, and it enables all of these different use cases.
I'm afraid my bank account will go bankrupt. Any particular reasons? No comment.
Coinbase, yes, I'm using that now.
So that's great to hear that there's Coinbase users amongst our midst already. On the point of trust, there's actually many crypto exchanges that are regulated in Singapore. So that really helps bring up the point around trust and make sure that there's a level playing field with adequate protections for these users as well.
So far, I've been using crypto.com to buy and sell crypto.
There were a few moments where I was tempted just because my colleagues keep talking about it, but no, I'm not too interested at the moment.
Yeah, I think that it's great that folks are curious about it and they want to learn more about it. We definitely encourage users to actually understand what they are buying into.
To me, it's just a no, dangerous. As well as my family don't use crypto.
If you're talking about the exchange itself, like crypto.com, Coinbase, all this, I think it's better if you put it into your own, into another wallet, like a ledger or what, because as you all know, recently I forget what company it is, but one of the company, they suddenly, I think, bankrupted, then all the coins, wherever you store in, all gone. So it's better if you keep it in your own ledger.
So this guy seems like a power user. What the concept that he's bringing up is that with crypto, you have this unique property that they are what's known as bearer assets. So you can actually choose to store your crypto assets on your own wallets, what's known as a self-custodial wallet. And Ledger is an example of an even more secure wallet called like a hardware wallet.
I think it's still a grey area. I think that there's something more to be done now.
So one of the big misconceptions that we hear a lot from people is that cryptocurrency exchanges are not regulated, or they're in this gray area. What surprises a lot of people when they learn about this is actually there are robust regulatory frameworks around crypto exchanges. For crypto exchanges that choose to play by the rules like Coinbase, those are platforms where you can have more assurance that your money is safe with us.
Yeah, I think it'll be quite mainstream. I mean, currently already you see more and more businesses providing payments and whatnot with cryptocurrency?
Oh, definitely. Firstly, economy is changing. A lot of my friends are already exploring ways to utilize their whatever it is that they're doing lah. So definitely will be more popular, especially with the younger crowd.
So I like that even the folks who are somewhat like skeptical, or maybe they're not fully crypto adopters themselves, carry the view that crypto is inevitable and it's really moving things forward.
I believe that there's more options than that because I believe in decentralized finance where it's just based on the blockchain itself. Because FTX, you can see the saga is quite bad. So I don't know, maybe people don't trust, but...
Ooh, so we have ourselves another advanced user. So this lady talked about decentralized finance. So one of the big things about crypto is that we believe that it's also a way to upgrade the entire financial system. Because these things run on open source software and they're generally open, composable, and permissionless, this area, what's now known as decentralized finance or DeFi, has really become a big vertical on its own.
Hopefully not.
How come, why not?
Why not? I don't want to say.
Look, I think generally when we talk about technologies, right, the wonderful thing about technologies and software is that it's continuously upgrading and continuously sort of moving. It's a production system that's, in some ways, 24/7, just moving towards autonomy in some senses. And so once you make a certain kind of improvement to a technology, it stays there forever, especially with open source code. So in some ways, it's asking people for faster horses, but this is sort of really the next step change in what's going to be the next financial system.
I think before you even go in, you just read out about it, see what other people experience also, so that you can learn from their experience.
That's one of the really cool things about crypto, is that you can be empowered to learn about crypto yourself, and not just learn, but also use it. Because these decentralized applications or decentralized protocols, they're really just about open access. So the best way to actually learn about crypto and what's going on is to try it yourself.
There's a lot of illegal activities going on, like hacking, a lot of scams going on, right? So if the government is able to put more stricter regulations, right, I think it would make a better sense and open up more avenues for people to actually consider crypto, as one of the investments.
So this is also one of the interesting misconceptions that we hear in the mainstream media and other places a lot, that there's a lot of illegal and illicit activity on blockchain. What studies have shown is that the amount of what's known as money laundering or illicit finance is much, much lower on blockchains than it is on really on pure cash. One of the reasons why that is because blockchains are open public ledgers. And once a transaction gets recorded, it actually stays there forever.
I think just stay updated on official platforms about the crypto industry, and also based on my friend's personal experience lah. Singapore is a safe country.
I think you know what you want to buy.
So Singapore is a safe country, and I think that's one of the wonderful things about this market and this country in particular, is that the regulatory frameworks are really robust. The government functions very, very effectively. So scams happen across all industries, but what we generally see is that in Singapore, because you have these features like Singpass and like government databases, that reduces the risk of fraud quite a bit.
I think you know what you want to buy, know the market well. Don't just go in for the hype, especially for those coins that are quite dangerous. Yeah, like do stable coin investment if you want to try.
She knows what she's talking about. She's saying don't FOMO in, she's saying don't chase the hype, and she's saying start with low volatility assets like stable coins. It's pretty much what I would have said myself. This is exactly the kind of attitude that I think is great for users to have, where you can just get started, right? And you just try to actually use the cryptocurrency and digital assets, as opposed to really just buying it for speculation.
Simple to say, just be more vigilant. Be more vigilant.
From what I know, I think you can try to email them and see what happens. If I'm not wrong, but usually you can prepare to say goodbye to money already, from what I know. But you can try to appeal also. But I mean, you shouldn't do that in the first place, You always check before you send, and whatever.
GG.com. I mean, your money is gone, confirm for good. Yeah.
So this is a really interesting one of what happens when you send crypto to the wrong address. Blockchains are immutable and transactions are finalized on blockchain. So once you send value or funds over to another address, and once the blockchain basically validates that transaction, by its very inherent nature, you cannot undo it. They're immutable. This is an area where there's some work being done on the UX layer, especially around centralized exchanges, because we cater to a lot of crypto beginners. Crypto beginners come to Coinbase to get started. So some of the features that we've put in place, for example, are that you have to whitelist addresses that you want to send funds out to. That forces users to really pay attention to the address that they're putting in. But we find that putting in some speed breakers, especially for beginners that are starting to get comfortable with it, goes a long way.
Depends. If the guy that you sent it to know about this kind of stuff, then good for him. But always bad for the guy that lost it lah.
So one of the other improvements that we're trying to make around this is that if you look at blockchain addresses today, it'll be a 16-digit string. For Ethereum, let's say it starts with like a 0x. So it's not really human readable. So one of the really cool projects that's come up over the last few years is called Ethereum Name Service. Coinbase also provides these kinds of addresses. So if you download Coinbase Wallet, you can create your own ID with the .cb.id domain attached to it.
I will name it after my friend ISA, Benjamin Issa Roberts. He's a very good friend to me during NS. So yeah, if I created a coin, it would be after him lah.
Wow, that sounds like a wonderful tribute.
Name it Cats and Chains. If you know, you know.
Sounds like I need to understand what product and project she's working on.
I think for this case, I would like to name on behalf of one of the greatest football players of all time. And if I can collaborate with him, it will be CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo himself.
Yeah, Ronaldo or Messi or whichever. So there are a lot of these kinds of fan tokens as well. I think one of the really cool things that this illustrates is that blockchains are open and permissionless. So anyone with an internet connection and some programming knowledge can go and issue their own token and play around with the blockchain.
Just for fun, if you were to have a chance to create a meme coin, what would you create and what would you name it?
Oh boy. I am not the biggest fan of meme coins, so I try to stay away from them. But if I were to want to create a project, I probably think that the next wave of things that are coming is stablecoins that are non-USD denominated. Because USD denominated stablecoins are already here, but if you look at the FX market, which is in the trillions, all of these other real currencies need to get tokenized as well. I thought that the responses in general and overall were very good and very crisp. What we found in our survey was that 32% of Singaporeans are crypto adopters, so that they have either held or used to hold digital assets. And I think that shows up in some of these comments as well, and that ratio feels like it's represented in this sample. I'd offer two things. So one is actually for Singapore and the Singaporean market, it actually is a big ecosystem. There's users, there's businesses, there's capital allocators, and there's builders. And part of the reason why Singapore has had the success in being a crypto hub is because these government agencies and the MAS has really encouraged it. We're always aiming to be the most trusted and easiest to use crypto exchange around the world. When we were designing Coinbase for Singapore, we integrated Singpass into our onboarding flow. And that's a two-click onboarding experience that Singaporeans know and love. So we're very excited to have it in the app. Thank you for watching Coinlive's Blockbuster. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe.